Everybody shut up and action. Alright, we're talking about X-Men. The original first movie that came out back in like 2000. And yeah, I've seen this movie before, of course, but like it's also one of those movies where it's like, yeah, maybe time to time I want to rewatch it because it's genuinely a goddamn good movie. Like, I don't know what about it. It's like the entire story is about humans versus mutants. There's mutants amongst society. People are evolving. People are changing at a rapid pace. They have the X gene, so they have superpowers now because that's just how they're developing. In the future, a lot more humans will evolve and become mutants because that's just human genetics. They're evolving. Our evolution is just a part of nature. And now it's humans who are feeling threatened because humans, they struggle to comprehend difference. They don't like people being more powerful than them. That's why people in politics are always power hungry. And just humans in general, even people not in politics. Everyone is power hungry to some degree. It's just everyone's able to control their power hunger at a different degree. And other people just don't care about it because they lose any care for their power that they seek. But if given power, they will start going power hungry again. And like, this entire movie is just built on the premise of human difference. Oh, there's these people with mutant powers. Yes, there's good, there's bad, but like they're heavily focused on the bad because people with these mutant powers are extremely dangerous. Like if they decide to go on a rampage, kill a bunch of people, they can cause mass destruction on levels humans have never even seen. And what can they do about it but try to control it? Have all the mutants kind of reveal themselves so they know, like, oh yes, we have a sex offender list, we also have a mutant list now, so we know you're a mutant. And now if people want to be very attacking and dangerous towards or have an offensive attitude towards mutants, they can just go straight up, know who they are, and attack them. Even like not physically attack them because they would get their butts whooped in most cases, but like be like, oh, I don't want you on my planet, here, take a gun, pow pow pow. Like, who knows? Like, of course mutants aren't going to be like, oh, please don't do that. We don't want to put our lives at risk because a lot of humans aren't going to accept us because we're different, because that's just a part of nature. People don't like people who are different. Whether it's different in mentality, different in looks, different in just some way or another. And this movie is just really interesting on the depth of that level in the movie and how it's portrayed, how the story's told of two different factions amongst mutants. One who feels that mutants and humans will never get along, we must wipe out the humans or have them surrender and be beneath us in order for us to have a peaceful life. Because of course it's like, why would I want to subject myself to living in fear and terror or rule of others when I am above them, when I am more powerful than them? Because society is essentially created for the entire purpose of keeping people together and developing society to build a better life for everyone, and so that no one can overpower others and everyone can just live safely. And if people try to overpower others, society can come together to overpower them and lock them away so that they can live a peaceful, safe life or something. Like, that is just a very mild thought. Don't say that. That is not the exact purpose of society. It's something I think on often, but it's not something I've thought on enough to create comprehensive thoughts because my thoughts aren't always changing. But it's something too interesting to think about, and this movie kind of delves you into that understanding and seeing of what society is, how humans behave, how they will react to different people with more power. Because of course there are a lot of people out there who can just end humanity on their own, like Wolverine. He has his regenerative power, which is absolutely insane. He can just walk up, kill people with his claws, and then just, if people try to shoot him, nuke him, whatever, he'll survive and just come back. There's nothing they can really do. Yes, they find countermeasures, like, oh, Magneto, he has metallic powers. If you keep him away from metal, he will be useless. He is old as well. He is fragile. Like, yes, we cannot shoot him with bullets, but if he's nowhere near metal, oh, he's not really that big a threat anymore. Oh my god. And yeah, there's mutants like that which are even weaker, like Rogue. Like, unless she touches you, she's not really a threat. There are all kinds of mutants. And then there's also the good and bad. The good ones who will use their powers for good of society to save other lives, or just people who will use it in their everyday life. Oh, I need to heat my coffee. Okay, I'll just heat it with my hands. Oh, that's done. Oh, I need to cool a drink. I'll cool it with my hands. Oh, that's done. It's like they don't even care. But then there's obviously a big threat of people who want to do bad with it, because not everyone, unfortunately, in this world is just there for good or just to live their life peacefully. They want to rule over others because they're power hungry. They want to dominate over others. They want to do something bad. Oh, I don't want to work in society. I want that Xbox. Okay, I'll just take it. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop me. I'm more powerful than you. But, like, I don't know. There's just, like, a bunch of different explanations for why. And you kind of understand both sides of the story. And there's no right or wrong. It's just, how can we come to a peaceful resolution? And that's the type of story it is. And it's like, oh, one faction is going on with their plan to try and end humanity, or convince them not to go down the path of trying to reveal mutants so that they can live the life they want. And I was like, that's not the approach to do this. That's not how we will solve this problem. We must convince them that we are good, show them the good side over the bad side, and that the good side will prevail over the bad. And it's just that the background, the entire movie with all its characters kind of just draws you in more and more. Whether it's Professor X's character, or Magneto, or Wolverine, Rogue, Rogue, Jean, Scott, whoever it is, they all have their own interesting personas, Storm even, and like they kind of hook you into each of their individual characters, their relations as a group, and everything about the movie just kind of hooks you in. They're charismatic, the entire story, everything just hooks you in, draws you in more and more, and the entire storytelling persona just makes the story all the more interesting and fun to watch. The character development in this movie is beautiful. There's not like a crazy lot of development in this movie, but there's just minor development in the characters and their personas and how they react with one another. It's just more so a development in the story and the interactions between the good side and the so-called bad side, and how they approach the situation and how the situation unfolds and how they will stop it, and the characters, how they work together. It's just a really interesting movie from that perspective. It's honestly a movie I particularly enjoy and will gladly rewatch any day. Definitely rewatchable, kind of immersive. It's a fun watch. I give this movie a solid 85%. Rewatch it because Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out. So yeah, it's a fun movie. I liked it. I know others will like it. I've seen it multiple times already. I know it's a movie definitely to watch if you've never seen it, or even if you've seen it, just send it for a rewatch because it's always a good watch. So yeah, this was a good watch. Check it out. Peace.